Hey guys, Matt, IronTrap Garage, and today we are back working on the 32 Roadster project. So now that all of the major rust repair is done, in record time I think, the Roadster is basically ready to start kind of putting back together, so to speak, or at least the chassis. So I have the frame. In an earlier episode we had the frame blasted, as well as a bunch of the suspension pieces. Mike had used some rust dissolver to dip some of the smaller parts in. They're all in red oxide primer. Bunch of this stuff is basically prepped, ready to go, and all I have to do is give it a scuff and we can put it in some black paint, some chassis paint. So what we're going to do is pull the body off today, get this chassis on some of our painting racks, and try and get all the chassis in paint. We'll see where we get today. We might even paint the bottom of the car, I don't know, but we're going to try and get this chassis back in paint so we can start dropping the body on and make this thing a roller in some upcoming videos. So let's get started. The car is obviously going to pick up a little sideways until it gets the weight off.
Yep. Looking to come your way. It's coming down.
The tail.
Yeah.
Really.
Okay, it's off now. Yep, no problem.
Oh. Yeah. The way it wants to go. All right, so a little more. Hanging now, isn't she?
Now it's over a little bit. It's hanging. It's sitting on this corner here. Yeah, it's still pretty heavy in the corner. Yeah.
I'm gonna pull that DS thing out.
Yep.
Good. We'll just carry this right outside.
Right at the door. Ready?
I have to turn it sideways.
Yeah. Yep. Ready when you are.
Go ahead.
Good.
No, I'm fine. To get to the door. You're under. You just hand me one.
Yep. Come on.
There we go. Let's drag it under.
Yep.
Ready?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Bring it in. All right, so we got the frame all prepped. Steve's wiping it down right now, actually, and we are just about ready to spray. So we get questions a lot in the videos of like what chassis products and different things I use. I've actually lately, for cars like this, where it's kind of a quote-unquote survivor type car, and we want that old look to the frame, but want it to be painted, I actually really like the Eastwood Rust Encapsulator Plus. So this can be top coated, it can be used as like a primer almost, and obviously it stops rust. In this case, we're gonna kind of use it like a chassis paint almost. I did that on the Schroll car. I like the sheen that it gave, and it's been holding up. We've been driving it for a year now, basically, or all this past summer, and put a bunch of miles on it, and it still looks really good. It wipes down, and it's easy to touch up as well, which is nice. So some of the chassis paints I've used, Eastwood has some great ceramic chassis paints. The sheen of them is tough. Like the satin's a little too satin. It almost looks like it's like a little too flat. and then the gloss is like a high gloss. I use that on some of my other cars and it looks fantastic. So I kind of found that this works pretty well, so we're gonna try this again. Nice thing with this is it's 1K product, sprays right out of the can, and you actually, if you use a primer gun with like a 1.5, 1.7 tip, I have a 1.7 in this, you can pour it right into your cup, strain it, pour it right into your gun, and just spray. No thinning, nothing is needed, and it goes on. It covers really, really well. I mean, you will use barely anything out of this can to do this whole frame, and we'll probably do 2 or 3 coats on this. So I'm gonna get this all stirred up a little more, put in the can, and hook up our paint gun, and get moving. Come on, spider. Get out of there. You notice how angry people get that I don't use one of those can things, like to keep it from spilling over the edge?
Oh, yeah.
Guys get so upset about that. How dare your can get dirty?
How dare you, poor thing.
right, so we got the bottom of the Roadster all sprayed, and the frame is now pretty much dry. It's nice. This stuff's like a moisture cure, so it's, with it being raining and kind of humid today, it dried pretty quick, so we were able to handle it fairly quickly, and then now it's to the point where you could almost assemble the thing. We got the front axle and stuff painted. I still need to do some suspension parts. Mike had dipped and primed some stuff over there, but we still need to clean like the front springs, or the front and rear springs, all that stuff. We have this 34 Columbia over here that we got in Tennessee that's been all rebuilt and bulletproofed, and we're going to be trying to use that under this car, so I need to clean that up, probably give it a fresh coat of paint because it's just been, from being moved around the shop, it's, you know, the paint's scratched on it. We'll show you the finish underneath on the Roadster here. Really happy with this. The Raptor just gives such a nice finish to it. It's like a texture, but it just looks really, really good. So yeah, this is with everything primed, and then that over top, I put like 2 heavy coats on it, and well, 1 drop coat and then like 2 heavy coats on it, and it came out really good. I'm very happy with it. This stuff's starting to dry already, but it's really, really hard once it cures. So all right, so now that we have all of this done, and now we can start putting the suspension together. Like I mentioned, we have some stuff that we still need to clean up and paint, but we can start putting the front axle and the spindles together, put the springs on the front and rear, front axle and the rear end, and we can make this thing a roller hopefully in the next video. That's the plan, is to drop the body down on the frame and get this thing sitting on 4 wheels and tires, which will be very, very exciting. So huge update on the DeLorean Roadster. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and hopefully we'll be doing a bunch more updates, and this thing's going to start moving very quickly, very soon. Thanks guys, catch you later.